Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to the Jeffries network on OpenTTD. Welcome to Bartholomew, a local authority that currently hates us, but hopefully by the end of today's video they will like us a little bit more, because we're going to try and get some more trains running to and from Bartholomew. One of the big problems they have with us is we have all these bus stops, tram stops, very little people. What's going on here? Yeah, we've had a real problem with the trams for some reason. Oops. Oh yeah, I changed this setting as well so we can zoom in and out again a bit more. I don't know what's going on with here though. My solution should be send everyone to depot and start again, because for some reason we have way too many vehicles queued up. This one is what was that, 3,000 ticks earlier, whatever it was. What's that all about? This is wrong. Is it 1,500? Yeah, 1,500. So that's probably one of the problems. You off, and you off. Get that going. Reset. Here we go. And we'll get that going again. So there's loads of vehicles that need replacing. I've absolutely no idea what's going on with that. That makes no sense to me at all. But that should fix it. So that could be one of the reasons why they're not a big fan of us at the moment. The other reason is because we've got this big station here and then no trains using the track. That's one of the bits we're going to focus on changing today. Something else I want to change today is the lengths of some of these stations. I don't think we need these stations to be the full 6 tiles at this moment in time. We've got the room for them to become the full 6 tiles, but at this moment in time we don't need them to be the full 6 tiles, so I am going to trim them back. And that goes for all of these overground stations. These trains are just over 4 tiles long, I believe, so they might increase the loading time, but actually it won't increase them by that much, so it's manageable. And as for this bridge, well, we're gonna have to move it, aren't we? Same with this one. We can do that though. That's one of the awesome things about this series, is everything is movable. This we're going to shorten it by 2 in that direction. And then we're going to shorten this one, and we're going to shorten... Ah, damn it. I was trying to avoid that. Okay, hang on, pause. Put the stairs back in first. I'm just going to assume it was that. And we're going to get rid of that, like that. Here, we'll get rid of the 2 at this end. Like so. Here, that end and that end. Both the ones at this end. That's fine there. Here, yeah, both these. There, this one, that end, and that end. I've had to do some jigging with the trains because things weren't quite working out how they should have been. So I had to do some redos, some recalibration, shall we say? But it should all be working fine again now. Fingers crossed. One of the big problems with using the signal logic like we are is if something goes wrong with a train, my default thing is send them all to depot and start again, but you can't do that when they're working off these program, because there are certain signals then that it won't be able to get through because the orders are different. So it can become a little bit of a pain, but you can kind of fix that by manipulating orders slightly. So it has its ups and downs. But I do think it is a much better system than chucking waypoints on every single platform. And I will continuously get better as each episode goes by. I'm appreciating the advice that people are offering. Gert has offered me some advice in the comments from Friday's episode, so I really do appreciate that. As I say, every episode is a learning curve. Every time someone leaves a comment, particularly when it comes to things like signal logic, it is a huge learning curve. So I do very much appreciate the advice that everyone gives. It is very muchly appreciated, if that's even a correct grammatic sentence. Anyway, so today what we're doing is we're getting rid of all of this, and we're going to start working on at least planning out the northeastern main line and where it's going to go. Now, we already know from when we did the northwest main line that the map to the north isn't as big as we thought it was, but this line is going to be going mostly to the east as well as to the north, and that is where our advantage comes in. So this line is going to be going basically via all these big towns here. Nice little gap there for us to go through. Let's get rid of this so we can see the lay of the land, because we don't want to climb up big hills. We want to avoid big hills if at all possible. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to start turning. I was about to say we're going to start turning east, but then I just saw this place. So we're going to start turning north again. A few stations here relatively close together. Now here's where we're going to start, I would say, turning east. Yeah, because we haven't got much in the way of north to go. So this bit's going to be a little bit tricky to maneuver. We're going to have to kind of come this way and along the ledge here. And I'm anticipating, I kind of wanted to do this actually, so I'm really glad that this is an opportunity for it. I want to build a really big bridge, and I don't just mean like over a river like this. I mean big as in tall. I really want to build a big long bridge, something that a main line would be famous for. So for example, the Forth Bridge in Edinburgh, famous, world famous bridge. It's a railway bridge. The Tyne bridges, the King George V bridge and the High Level bridge, both very famous bridges, both railway bridges. There's one I'm trying to think of that connects Anglesey to the mainland. I know it was designed by Stevenson, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's the one where it's like a tunnel and a bridge at the same time. Tracks run in tunnels whilst on a bridge deck, if that makes any sense. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments what that bridge is called. But again, world famous bridge, world famous designer, and it's a railway bridge. I want something like that. So I would like to think that we have ample opportunity to do that with this main line, especially in that little mountainous bit that we passed back there. I kind of like the way that this is running, like right along the north coast. I think that is pretty damn cool as well. It's going to be a very long main line. So the ones we had before on the old map, they were long main lines, but they just went north to south pretty much. Here it goes, I don't know why I decided to put that line in twice. Here it goes along east to west as well, so it's a huge difference, and it makes the line so much longer. It's going to take ages to build. We're not going to build this line today. I doubt we'll get anywhere near getting any of it done, to be perfectly honest. Also, this line's going to have lots of different branches. Something else that we didn't really exploit before on the old map was branches. This line, again, I've done that thing where I've just, yeah, we'll just do that. This line's going to have lots of branches coming off main stations. So there'll be a station here with a junction and it'll go off down that way. Meanwhile, the main line will continue along this way. And it'll connect up all of these big towns. And we'll have just lots of different branches, whether that be a main branch, like 2-track main line kind of thing, or whether it be a single track branch with passing places, or just a double track, or 4-track branch, whatever it might be. We will try and incorporate it into this map. I don't want this line to turn too far south, because there will be other main lines with opportunity for that. So I think if we terminate that there as another branch, and then have another part of the main line come up this way and continue. Now, not all of these cities will be directly connected to Gardcity. In fact, we're getting towards the end of the line now anyway. The majority of these will actually, you'll have to change somewhere. I like the idea of that being a terminus there, and I also like the idea of another branch coming up this way and connecting to there. And I also like the idea of another branch coming off here. Yeah, and going up this way and connecting some of these towns. So here's a good example. You won't be able to get a train directly to Gardcity from any of these stations, but what you will be able to do is get a train to one of the interchange stations and then connect there. So that one will terminate up there. So you'll be able to get a train to here, and then you'll come down the main line. So as you can see, we've got lots of diverging branches, and in fact I feel like there should be another one here to connect up all of these towns, or at least to connect up over here, and then maybe from here have another branch that comes down this way and connects up some of these smaller towns as well. And we could even try and connect that up over here. So we'll have 2 stations in the same town, different stations in the same town, and then it'll connect up to here, and then you'll come down this way. So I like that idea. So this is going to be our first big proper main line. I know we've spread out to the east, but I mean it's a trunk route, this I should say, rather than the main line. This is our first proper trunk route. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in and building this. Just want to add another branch here, kind of going up this way to Frondham, because these are just too far apart for buses. Like here, if we have a station here at Cunfingpool, we can then have a bus service to Bardingston, but the rest of the lines, I would say, the rest of the towns, I'd say, are just too far apart for regular bus services. We could sort of put it in as a long distance coach service, but I wouldn't say that that was that much better either. Right, so here's Gardcity again. So we're going to do the first bit today, which is going to be going up to our first big station, which, looking at this, I think should be around here, because I feel, again with this, that we can actually have another branch. Actually, maybe not there. No. I'll say I have another branch come down to the west again, but this hill really is way too big to try and get a main line through. And it's like a mountain range almost. So maybe over here actually would be a good opportunity. From here over to Munbridge and then start turning west. I'll have another terminus down there. So the plan today, as I say, is to build to the first big interchange station, which is very much most likely to be here at Honningville. Now how do I turn them back to white? There we go. I prefer them to be white than red because white's easier to see. So we could actually have it down here at Punfingford, because it doesn't have to be a junction station. That's the thing. You look at some of the big stations like Bedford is the terminus of Thameslink to the north. Let me think of another example. Stevenage is the terminus of the Hertford Loop, and okay, the Hertford Loop does branch off, but it doesn't. Let me find my words. It doesn't branch off for very long. It comes back again at Alexandra Palace. So it's kind of like it's like the Northern Line. It's a separate branch of the same line, essentially. Anyway, since the English is not my friend today, I might as well just get on and build the route. So this time we're pretty much going to follow the white line very, very closely. And I'm almost tempted to again do this as a time lapse. There are some people I know who still don't like time lapses. My choice to you is this. Time lapses can be boring, yes, I'm aware of that. But they get things done in a shorter amount of time. So I'm sat here recording for anything up to 2 hours for something that then becomes, I don't know, a 15-minute time lapse, shall we say? So the choice is, I'm happy to upload it as the full 2 hours, but I'm not convinced that everybody is going to watch a 2-hour long time lapse. So that's kind of my dilemma. If you guys want me to upload it as the full, the full however long it takes to record, then I'm happy to do that. But I don't want to record an episode for 2 hours, upload it, and then people say this is too long. That's what I'm always afraid of. That's why I prefer to upload it as a time lapse. It saves time. It takes me longer to edit a time lapse video than it does to edit a normal video. So all the time is being spent by me, really. But as I say, I'm happy to do that if that's what people prefer. I might make a poll on one of my videos in the future. Do you guys prefer time lapses, or do you just prefer a raw unedited video? Who knows? For now at least, I'm going to upload it like this whilst I talk. The other option, of course, is I upload the video not as a time lapse, but also not with live audio recording. So I will record the audio afterwards and sort of commentate on what's going on the screen. That is, of course, another option. Again, it's not necessarily the most ideal solution, but yeah, one of my problems is, as you guys know, you know me well enough by now, talking and building at the same time is very difficult for me for some reason. And I end up either making mistakes in the building, or I completely lose my train of thought. No pun intended. So it's all about that, really. It's about preserving the integrity of the video, so it doesn't just become some big goopy mess of what the hell's he talking about. Anyway, I will struggle through this for now. Look, there you go. There's a mistake. Misclick. Although, to be honest, I'd probably do that even without the talking and building at the same time. I'm very good at misclicks for some reason. Right. Let's trim this back. You're seeing I'm being a bit more conservative with my bridge building as well. I'm allowing it to become a bit more with the landscape again. So like here, for example, I'm stretching it across the river. Although, don't think of me as being too kind to nature just yet, because I'm about to bulldoze this little bit of river here. But then that is so I can get the tracks through. And up into the next part. That's not what I want to do at all. Need to leave a gap, otherwise you can't get a bridge in. So as I said previously, in previous videos, I am keeping the waterways this time. I've demolished way too many waterways in the past and then either had to rebuild them or almost not have to use ships because there's no waterways anymore. So I appreciate that, again, some people might not like me doing that. So it does make more sense to try and preserve the waterways. It's a good throwback as well. A lot of railways were built alongside canals. It was part of the rivalry between the railway companies and the canal companies, some of which were owned by the same people. But there was always the thing of the railways killed the canals, because they used the same routes and they were quicker, faster, that is quicker, just more efficient, cheaper, and in many ways better. Now, of course, river boats are starting to get their popularity back, and canals are starting to get their popularity back as being a rustic kind of thing. But back in the Industrial Revolution, it was all about speed and it was all about efficiency, and that's where waterways just didn't quite live up to what the railways could provide. So I'm kind of representing that here. You build your waterways as close as you can to the railways and vice versa to reenact that in many ways. So I made sure that this map had more rivers in it, and I plan on using the majority of them to create my my networks. So it's not just about railways this time. Yes, I'm focusing a lot on rail at the moment, but we've also got road vehicles. We're going to be focusing more on airports as well. That's something else I've said. The reason why rail is so important right now is because of the time period that we're in. We're in the 60s. I do keep resetting the clock off camera, by the way. If you're wondering why time might not be progressing how you think it might be, it's because 1959 is my target year. It's the latest. Well, it's the earliest. Well, yeah, sorry, it's the latest I can go without losing any of the vehicles that I use on the network. So I think it's the twin car tram that was designed in 1959. The rest were all designed before that. So I have to go. That is the latest I can go back without losing some of the vehicles that I've got running on the network. So every now and then I will reset the clock back to 1959. Reason being, it means that we spend more time in the steam age. Because I did say at the start of this map we will spend a lot of time in the steam age at the start of the series, and then we will progress into the diesel age, and then eventually we will progress into the electric age, although some lines will stay diesel. It's something else that I've never really done before. I'm always quick to progress into the electric age, and then I almost regret moving forward so quickly. You end up with a huge empty gap, really, where the other forms of transport should have fallen in. So like steam. I'm a huge fan of steam engines. I think they are absolutely fantastic machines. So it's a shame that I never really used them much on here, until now, of course. Like at the moment, my fastest suburban trains go 45 miles an hour. They might even be pushing 50 soon. And I'm perfectly happy with that. My fastest express train goes 91 miles an hour, and again, I'm perfectly happy with that. Let's get a bridge going across here. See, 100, 160, 160, 100. Bit of a tight turn here, might have to put a speed check in. This is one of those bits where we're sort of running along a shelf now, so it's going to be constant diagonals. These can really slow a fast train down, but it's realistic. There are various points on the national network in England where trains have to slow right down because of curves. So we're going to replicate that over here as well. Let's see, good point for this station will probably be, let's trim this back a little. Move that river over one. Like so, and like so. Extend this out a little more, like so. There we go. There's the site of our station. And that will move over there. Like so. Right, now to connect these tracks up. That's no problem at all. Keep running this along here, diagonal, run it along like that. There's a weird bit of track. I watched a video recently. It was the Chiltern mainline on Train Simulator. And there's a strange bit of track. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it seems to me that there used to be a rail junction there, or a planned rail junction was to go there and was never built. But it's a 2-track main line throughout pretty much its entire run. And then there's just this section where the 2 tracks just split, and there's a huge gap between them. I'm assuming it was to accommodate a junction that either used to exist or was never actually built. It could be one of the theories that the person playing the game had was maybe there was a problem with foundations, so they moved the track over a little bit to keep the integrity of the embankment. I personally don't think that that is an issue, because back then, even during Victorian times when the line was built, they would have been able to solve that problem without too much, you know, it wouldn't have delayed the project by too much. So I reckon there was a junction that used to be there that never actually got built or was taken out. My theory is it never actually got built because it doesn't look like there was ever any track there. So that is my theory. I'm very interested if there's anyone out there who knows, first of all, where I'm talking about, second of all, why it is like that. I'm very interested to hear about it. Now, after saying I wasn't going to go off the white lines, I am going to go off it a little bit here, just to incorporate this town as well. In fact, have I gone? Oh no, we're just coming up to it now. In fact, that's worked out quite nicely. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of demolition here, just to prep the site, because I want this station to be built lower than the town, so that's going to have to go as well. Now, my design for this station, the river as well is also going to have to go here, which is a little bit destructive, but I will find a way to put the river back. I might build it on just an aqueduct going up and over, or even down and under. I could do that. Now my plan here is to build a 6-track station, but I might even be able to get 7 platforms in instead. So I think if I do for a second there I thought they'd fixed it, but it's just the planning one that's off. So if I do this 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, so this is going to be my this will be the main line here. So I could probably connect these up actually. Let's just build this in real quick. And then you will come down level with this one. There's a reason I'm doing it like this. And it's to do with terminating trains. So there will be trains that come out of Bartholomew that will terminate here. They won't go any further than this. So I need to accommodate that. So the plan is there will be a buffer stop that way around. In fact, hang on. Like that. I think. Does that work? Kind of does. If I just build this first. Like that, and then get the single-sided and do that. Okay, so the buffer stop needs to be maybe that type, like that. Although I kind of want that to be a wraparound platform, because I imagine a lot of people, this is gonna be like a commuter belt kind of station. So I think actually that, and then Dutch platforms. If I put them in like that, and then go to Ireland. Not go to, you know what I mean. Oops. Don't want that one. Something like that maybe. And then here, we'll stick that in like that, and this will be where the main line comes out and goes off again. And then in this gap here, there'll be a big train care facility, like all the other train care facilities that we've built in the past. So I think actually I can also make this a little bit smaller, like that. And then this will be a 6-tile long platform. Okay, signal. Let's try getting the words right, shall we? This is why I don't talk and build at the same time, people. You're hearing Exhibit A right now. Okay, so this is going to come across, and come across. Meanwhile, this one's also going to come across, like so. This is going to join up like that. And then off of here, we're going to have the train care. So that's also going to come out like that. And then over here, there'll be some other junctions. Like this perhaps, and we'll pop one there as well. And a little one there. Kind of like that. I like that. And then over here will be the entrance to the depot. This is our first big station on the northeastern route. I think it's in quite a nice location. Now I think it was 13, was it not, for local lines, and 19 for express lines. Like so. Get rid of them. Alrighty. So let's follow this all the way back to Gardcity. We should have signals all the way, not like last time where I messed up. Yep, here we go. Signals all the way. Perfect. Right, now here we've got the freight entrance and stuff as well. The freight loops. So I think it would actually make more sense if I move these back one. Or maybe a couple actually. There and there. And we also connected that up. Like so. There won't be that many freight trains that go across into the express tracks, but we do have those cargo EMUs that can do high speeds, so it does make sense to bear that in mind when we're planning this out. Alright. The next thing I want to do is change this. I think this tunnel is ugly as hell. It's completely pointless as well. So we're going to scrap it in favour of just a simple set of bridges. Pure and simple. So you're going to be a girder, other girder, other girder, and girder. In fact, all of these can be the same, because no train's going to go faster than 100 miles an hour on this section. Same here. And most definitely the same here as well. I liked these bridges on the old map. I think on this map they're a little bit too samey. I'm kind of used to them now. I wish there was a way you could add more in. There might be. You never know. I might have just missed something really obvious. But I wish there was a way you could add more variety when it comes to comes to bridges. I'm losing my words, guys. Right. That's better. Do I want signals here? I suppose I could. Fit one in there. Yeah. Just going up and over there, and if I put this back up to 19, probably fit one right there as well. Perfect. And I'll put one there. Get rid of the ones at the bridges, because you can't program them. Right. So that's that done. Everything else should be done. Now it's a question of building the stations and getting the trains out. So, station-wise, we're going to be nice and simple to start with. I will decorate them another time. 5 platform length, same as elsewhere. I don't actually know what station. This must be Conway Brewery. Which actually, I don't normally like them named after the local industry, but that's not a bad name. This one, no doubt, will be named Scrapyard, because the scrapyard is right next to it. Oh no, grain mill. We've gone with grain mill this time. Okie dokie. Kind of want to do that. Staggered platforms for this station. Means you can have a bridge going across the middle there, which I like the idea of. Alright, next up, over here. Again, we'll have some staggered platforms. Mostly for signalling purposes. Means there's a signal directly at the end of every platform. That's something, it doesn't matter too much. It just means that if the line ahead is blocked, the train won't actually move too far before it gets stopped by the signal. Because in real life, you don't see a train start moving forward and then get stopped by a signal. It will just stop and wait at the signal. There's a scrapyard. So you got these two stations relatively close together. Hardware store, that one's definitely getting changed. And then up here, another hardware store, that one's also definitely getting changed. In fact, the one with scrapyard in its name as well. And the one with brewery, I'm very tempted to leave. Which is not like me. I don't normally change them, but the brewery one, Grain mill can get changed. Brewery one is quite a rare name. So it's almost like it was named after the local brewery. Makes sense. In fact, if I change the name of the town to Gunway, Gunway Brewery sounds like a cool name for a station. Okay. Right, signalling. Signalling. It's either very, very cool or very, very painful. And in fact, whilst we're doing signalling, just looking to see somewhere up here maybe. See, I thought that was a long way away when we first started, but actually from Gardcity, it isn't that far away at all. Maybe I should extend the line a little bit. No, there's no point, because I put the terminus platform in now. So there's no point. But I do need to program this. So, deny if. Something else someone said was use the group parameter. I don't know where that is. So you got train length, max speed, current order, next order, last to visit station, cargo, entry direction, PBS entry signal, which is path-based something entry signal, I believe it is. So it's when you put an entry signal at a junction instead of a path signal, or undefined. In fact, it might just be any signal. Looks like these ones here might be PBS. I don't actually know. I think it's that one. I'm not sure. Or undefined. There's none for group. So I'm not sure where that comes from. There isn't one here either. If next order is this, then allow. There we go. So what are we in now? We're in 67. So I'm just wondering. We don't want this one to be too big, do we? As a train depot. Not really. Whoops. 3 tracks should be more than enough. Something like that. Like that. So 1, 2, and 3. And we'll pop that one there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to fixtures. Here I think we're going to go for the raised platform. Something like that perhaps. Yeah, that could work. Alrighty, so the rest of these for now are going to be just denies, simple denies. I'm just going to copy them over. Like that. Let's pin these for a second. Okay, so this is Punfingford. We might leave it like that for now. We don't need a suffix at the end of that one, I don't think. I think Punfingford would be fine. The only thing I would change if I could was the name of the town. I could still, you know. Again, I'll be interested to see what people's suggestions are for town names. Something else which I might do is I was thinking maybe put a line coming in from this way so that trains terminating don't have to cross over all of these tracks. maybe. We'll just do the crossover for now. That's always something you can put in afterwards, isn't it? Right, so we need some crossovers. We also need a station with some island platforms. I think this one here is a good candidate, actually. So, island platforms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's plenty of crossover there as well then. And as for the actual crossovers, somewhere here like this maybe, and then like that, and like that. And if we just move some of these signals, it's one of the great things about having big signal blocks like this is you can just move signals if you wish. Like so. That works for me. So that's the southern crossover. We need to do the northern one. Whoops. Like that. Like... oh, it had to be there, didn't it? Like that and like that. Change these there and there. I might move this one to here. Like that. And also put one. Get rid of that. Put the exit signals there. And just make sure they're set to unsafe waiting. Same here, to be honest. One there, one there. And then you just put them to share. So even here, we had signals here before, so we might as well put them here again. I think that'd do well. So we've got the two crossovers here, one north of the station, one south. And then we've got the main bit into here. Right. So I suppose all that's left to do now is... oh, we also need to... actually, they were fine, like they were. This here, we'll move that back one. Reason being, you've got to have the entry signals. Same here. We need to move this one back one, which I think means a lot of these have to move. A bit like that. For these ones. Okay, so this one here is... start with deny. If next order is here, then allow. Here, this one, deny. If previous last visited station is this, then allow. I wish there was an option where you could just have the default for the signal is deny, because that would make life so much easier for all of these. Oops. No, 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 no. Which one was it? No, not that one either. Just remove that actually. That one? Yeah. Okay, so they're all deny. As for these, so this is deny if max speed is so let's see, that's greater than, so that one's less than, this one's greater than or equal to 90. That was this one, right? Yeah. Then allow. This is going to copy from here, except this is going to be reversed, so it's just going to be less than 90. Then allow. So I need to pin these because I'm going to use them as templates for the other signals. So let's do all the local ones first, all the suburban track ones first. So that one, that one, that one, that one, and this one. You're all going to copy, but you're going to share with this one here. Like so. Get rid of all of them. Now all the express ones. So you and need one here somewhere. Put it there. You. This one and this one. And then all the way up over here. This one. You're all going to share from the main one in the middle here. So share that one, share with that one, share with that one, share and share. Right, now above these I should also put unsafe waiting position. Alright. Don't need that. Let's get some trains running, shall we? So the trains are obviously going to start up this end. They're going to run into this platform here, and then they're going to go off and they're going to do their thing. So we need to make sure that we choose the right type of train. Should also really, I feel like this needs to be a little bit longer. Room for expansion, let's say. So I think actually that, like that, is going to be fine. So that, like so, and it's going to be like that. So actually that should just get rid of like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to fixtures. Like so. 1 like that, 2 like that. Awesome. Right, trains. Right, this time round we want something a little bit more. Oh, we got that. That's not what we want, really, is it? DMU, perhaps? What year are we in? 67. Yeah, they'd have had DMUs in 67, although these are a bit far. In fact, let's put the clock back a little bit, shall we? Go back to 59. So the DMU is still there. I think it's a bit fast though. It's one of the problems. And in fact, talking of fast, there's one more thing I want to fix real quick. It's something that I've done over on here. I've put these what look like signal boxes. These are actually speed checks. There's one either side of the river for both lines, just so that the vehicle acceleration out of the city is a little bit more realistic. I have got room for it here. I've got these ones here, of course, and I can put another set over here as well. And I feel like doing the same thing with this. So also something to bear in mind, like that. And over here. Right, hang on. I've forgotten which one's which now. Close all these windows. Start again. So, Express and Express. You're both going to come down here. Local and local. You're both going to go over there. Alright, so both of these already know it's an unsafe waiting position, but we're going to get rid of them. So you're Express, are you not? So you're going to copy from here and here. These ones are local, so you're going to copy from here and here. Okay, now we come back over here, and now we buy the train. So I think we should go with the DMU for this. What is that? No idea. Right, standard carriage. Oh yeah. Something like that perhaps. And then you clone it and you copy it up like that. In fact, get rid of one on each of these. That's our train. What colour should DMUs be? I think for now, red. Actually no, green. Dark green and white. Just like the original BR DMUs. Or at least some of them were this colour. Okie dokie, so you're going to go to here. You're then going to go here twice. Here twice. Here twice. Let's make sure we're not missing anything out. Nope. Good. How long's this train? 3.5. That's perfect. It's okay for out here, but once you get into Gardcity, you've got to fit in these small platforms. Like so. Okay, so this is going to be no loading, no unloading. This one here is going to be no loading. And this one here is going to be service. Oh, hang on. Right. Oh no, wait. That is not no loading. This one is no loading. And then After that, you then go to depot, where you service. I always get that wrong. Okay, 250. Apart from this one here, which is going to be 1750. This one here, which is going to be 750. Which is also going to be Bartholomew here. You're also going to be 750. And this one here is going to be 500. Right. Autofill this. Speed limit wise, we're going to limit it to 50, I think, for the majority of the route. Except, and this is where it's going to get a little bit. Right, I want that one to go there. You're going to go there like that. You're going to go there like that, and you're going to go there like that. So there's a signal box for this line here. Although actually it doesn't really work. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that one like that. There we go. Okay, so after Huntingford, before Great Barnville, you're going to go via this. After Great Barnville, before Puntingford, you're going to go via this. This is South Box, which is pretty much going to always be in existence. Clear speed limits, 50 miles an hour. I'm going to pin you. I'm going to stick you up here. I'm going to drag this down a little bit more, because that's one speed limit we got set up. The next one is going to come over here. We're going to have another waypoint. Like so. Be Plintbridge North. Alright, so just before Plintbridge Parkway, you're going to go via Plintbridge North, and then just after Plintbridge Parkway, you're going to go via Plintbridge North. Once again, clear the speed limits, 50. Okay, so after this one here, you're going to go at 15 miles an hour into the terminus platform. Leaving the station, you're going to go at 25 until you hit that waypoint. Plintbridge North, you're going to slow down to 30, and then it's going to be from here in, it's going to be pretty much, whoops, way too far, I zoomed in there. It's going to be pretty much 25 miles an hour all the way. That sounds about right for me. Might need to put something here as well, just so this doesn't look a bit stupid. 25. I also want to put doesn't need to be that big, like that. Bartholomew Approach, which needs to go just before and just after Bartholomew. Like so. Okay, close that. So after this, it's going to be 25, 25, 25, and 25. Once you hit approach, it's going to be right down to 15. Coming out, it's also going to be 15, and then it's going to be 25. All the way back to Parkway. And then out of Parkway is going to be 30. And it's going to stay 30 all the way until we get to South Box, where it's going to drop back to 25 for all the crossovers, and then it's going to be 15 into the depot, and then 10 out of it. Make sure that's definitely done. Come back over here. This needs to be Huntingford sidings. The next thing we need to do is add this to a group. Be interesting to see what that's gone under. Local Punfingford. Okay. That's technically going to count as this still. So it's going to be local S P2B. You are 8 carriages long. You're not S, what am I talking about? You're D for diesel. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will be a good way to start. And we're going to set you off. Alright then guys. So that's pretty much going to do it. Once again, we're over an hour. Holy moly. I keep trying to stick under an hour if I can. These episodes do tend to run away with themselves a little bit though. So I can only apologise for that. Hopefully you guys don't mind that though, so it should all be good. I do just want to change one more thing. Oh yeah, they've got unsafe waiting position. Cool. Alright then guys, yeah, so that is pretty much going to be it for today. So next time, we will, let's see, it'll be a Wednesday, won't it? So I think Wednesdays will be like fixing-y type episodes. So we're going to be renaming a lot of stuff in and around Gardcity. So be sure to get those name suggestions in by probably next Wednesday's episode, because this coming Wednesday is going to be pre-recorded a week in advance. So just get the suggestions in basically, and they'll go into whichever episode I happen to be recording when I'm checking the list. But yeah, be sure to do that, guys. Apart from that, there's not really much left to say. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes, and of course go check out the list to add your suggestions. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.